Hey everyone, it's Ellen Jody, your PLC lead for high school dance. I am here with the last webinar of the school year 21-22. This is the ninth webinar, and for this webinar, I wanted to discuss celebrating your accomplishments, which will be this segment. The second segment will be talking about next year budget ideas. And then the third segment, which sounds utterly ridiculous at this point, is prepping for next year. I know you're like, I just want to get this year over with. I don't know about you guys, but I think I've mentioned this in a couple other webinars that just behavior has been pretty atrocious this year. I think it's still fallout from the pandemic. Kids just don't know how to act with each other, and there's been drama and fights and really good student leaders and kids making very poor decisions, including my dance team captain. So anyway, certainly hope that for next year we can move past all that and get back to a normal year. It's been 3 years. So hopefully next year we can make that happen. So let's see, let me look at my notes here. So for celebrating my accomplishments, I always like to do an end of year celebration, which I'm sure you do, like the teams do a banquet or whatever. So it's sort of like that. In the past, I have had it catered, with dinner, but I don't know where money will be this year. So then we started doing desserts and whatnot. So I've sort of turned it over to some of my booster parents because while I'm a good dance teacher, I'm a horrible party planner. So hopefully I gave it to them and then they can take it and run and figure it out on their own. Let's see. So we'll talk about celebrating you and your dancers and what you accomplished this year. You need a huge pat on the back for these last 3 years that we have endured. And now we can actually have an in-person celebration. So I say go for it. In 2020, my celebration was on Zoom. Try to do as much as we could that was normal. And then I'll be honest, last year I didn't even do it. It was just too much to even manage, and no one seemed to complain. I think we were all just done. So we're back this year, and we can do it. I've always done the celebration after the final show. In the past, it's been at like a Dance Moms clubhouse. I know we had a connection where we didn't have to rent it, so we did it for free. Then when that connection went away and that kid graduated, we some moms offered to have it in their backyard, so we had it in somebody's backyard for a couple years. So I don't know exactly. Like I said, I handed it over to the moms, so I'm not exactly sure where we're going to have it. I've always advocated for having it in the dance room, but nobody ever seems to want to be in here. I don't know what the problem is. We set up some tables, chairs, but everyone's like, no, I don't want to do it in the dance room. So I was like, that's great. Then let's find somewhere else to do it. I think it would be way easier in the dance room, but whatever. But I do think it's important to take a collective look back at the year to congratulate accomplishments and to take stock and reflect on things you want to do again or things you never want to do again. And it's a party. It gets everyone together. Like for me, the only times my classes pretty much interact is during show week, and I have 2 of those. And then we do try to do some socials at the beginning of the year, which haven't happened a lot, of course, over the last couple of years. So it's a good way to get everyone together and, just a bonding kind of thing. Let's see, like I said, sometimes I've catered it for dinner and then I've done just desserts. So, like I said, I'll see what the moms decide for this year. Anyway, let me look through this. Okay. So, even though I hand over to some of my booster moms about planning the party, I will still be in charge of handing out awards and making the recognitions for the evening. So that leads me to what awards that I do. Students here at my school can letter and dance. This is completely different than dance team. I'll get to that in a minute. So my requirements for the lettering for dance are 2 years in the program. You have to attend all rehearsals and shows and then volunteer at least once or twice throughout the year. And I have plenty of opportunities for that for them. And then, so I'll have the letters ready. Or if they already have a letter, then I have pins. So I have pins that say dance, just a dance pin, and then the dance letter. So they decide whichever one they want. If they've already lettered in another sport or an academic, then generally they'll get a pin. So I'll call them up and I will give them, each their thing. So for me, for lettering, if I have a student from 9th to 12th grade, then they would, technically speaking, have a dance letter and 3 gold bars that go on the letter that said they've lettered every year. Let's see. Okay, so then I do get a gift for each of my dance council, which is the governing body of seniors that help me throughout the year. I've done different things for gifts, like blankets with their college where they're going embroidered on it. I think one year right before the pandemic, I did a nice big canvas tote bag with like dance council, and then I think it was 2019. And then just anything that they could use when they're going off, either to college or getting ready to go into the workforce, whatever they're going to do. I don't spend a lot. I probably spend $20 to $25 per girl. And there's usually between 5 and I've had as many as 8, but just generally about 5 girls. So it's not that big of an expense. Other awards that I hand out, my school requires me to give out special awards to a few students each year. They are awarded a certificate at a generic awards night that's not like a particular dance night, and that's for the whole school. But I'll usually make another certificate for them, and I change up the awards for sort of who I want to give the award to. I think this year I did Best Dance Performance to 2 of my real high flyers, who are the student choreographers and just beautiful performers. And then I think I did Excellence in Dance for 1 or 2 of the girls who have just, have helped me throughout the 4 years. They've just done, they've student choreographed, they've done a bunch of stuff. So I'll call them up as well in the awards for our awards night. Let's see. Oh, and then the next part of the award ceremony will be the National Honor Society for Dance Arts, and that's when they get the ever so elusive cord that everybody covets. And then I'll induct, or I will call up the girls who were inducted as juniors, and then they'll get a certificate as well. But the seniors are the ones that get the cords. I do invite parents, of course. If I have parents planning the party, I can't really say you can't come. I think that would be up to you. I think it would be fine if you didn't want to invite parents, but that's pretty much up to the culture of your department and how you run things. I do like inviting parents just because then they can hear all the things we've accomplished throughout the year. Because then I will go back and say, well, we did 2, shows. We sold this many tickets. We went to the, County Dance Day. We did this, we did that. So they can see how much we've actually done. And then I always, if I've accomplished something, I will always tell them that as well, because they should know how much you do outside your contract hours, because we know we do a bunch. So I am combining the dance team and the dance department awards this year. Like I said, I've really never done one for dance team because we became a sport in the pandemic. And then I had never done one before that, just because, we were just like a little mini dance company, I guess, performing at basketball games. So I'm going to combine them this year just for convenience, but next year I will separate out. The dance team season is over mid-February, so then I'll probably have one in March for dance team specifically. So let me see. Okay. I can set my own. So for dance team lettering, I can pretty much set my own rules for that. I think last year we did, if they finished out the year, they lettered in dance team, and then the athletic office actually made me certificates. So I didn't even have to worry about that for them. And then they also have a scholar athlete that if they have a certain GPA, they'll get another certificate that says you are a scholar athlete with this GPA. I don't know exactly what it needs to be here. The only thing, and I don't know if anyone knows this, and I've been on some of the websites, I'm looking for a different letter for dance team than I have for dance department. I don't know a lot about that, so I didn't see a lot of options for dance, of course, surprise, surprise, on like one of the websites that make that kind of thing. So I'm still looking into that, but if anyone knows, I would love to hear about that. Let's see. Okay. So anyway, the celebration, it's a fun evening for the dancers. And then of course they get to say goodbye to the seniors and then socialize. I think I've already said that. But I'm looking forward to doing this for the first time in 2 years in person. So I would love to know how you do this. Do you do a party or a banquet? Do you do the full on thing? What awards do you give out? Do your dancers have the opportunity to letter in your class? And then if you have a dance team and you've done this kind of thing before, I would love to hear how you separate the two. So anyway, let's hopefully can get a discussion started on this. All right. So next up, the next segment, we'll talk about next year budget ideas. Okay. I'll see you then. Thank you.